Yeah, it's 42 days before the first game, obviously. The rule we've adapted 3 or 4 years ago. And so we get 30 practices before our first game. We open up with Alcorn State. We'll have a closed scrimmage, which I don't even think I can even say the opponent's name, around that week 20th, 25th of October. And then we'll have an exhibition game against West Georgia. So we're the healthiest that we've been in a long time. Still not all the way there, but feel really good about our team. We've had a good September. Septembers are hard for every college basketball player, and they should be. I mean, the conditioning aspect, strength and conditioning part of it, trying to get their bodies in shape to where now when we start officially, they're going to be able to go through, some good, tough physical practices here and throughout college basketball. So our guys have been great. Probably the best depth that we've had since we've been here. I love our leadership, our locker room. We've got a good combination of youth and experience and returning guys. So like I said, every first day is good, even though we've been on a foreign tour. We've had a lot of practices in the summer, but look forward to getting it started today.
Deshaun said that he thought he'd be cleared maybe by October 10th, if I'm quoting him right. Are you pretty confident in that date as well?
Yeah, I think so. He's getting really close. Neil, he probably told you he's kind of cleared for all non-contact right now. Like we had a little kind of a walkthrough this morning that's not contact, and he'll go. You look at him and you don't think anything's wrong, But I think the knee is doing great. I think it's the leg strength around the knee. He's worked really hard, getting real close. So I'm like you, Neil, what Deshaun said. Hopefully by the 11th or 12th, he's back going.
You mentioned that overseas trip. What did you kind of learn about your team?
Yeah, it was good that, we had, the guys that didn't play, and Ty Fagan was limited, so we really got a chance to see a lot of the new guys, Maury Abrams and TJ, the emergency of James White, really had a good trip. It's the most athletic team we've had around the rim. I think shot blocking is such a premium now in college basketball because of the analytics of threes and rim twos. And so I think it has a chance to be, potentially the best shot blocking team that we've had, which is a great thing. And again, even with the loss of other guys, I thought our depth was good. And so that's something that we got a chance to see. But playing a lot faster in transition. Now, those games are a little skewed because of, kind of the defensive getting back or transition from the other teams that we've played. But we will. You'll see a faster athletic team in transition.
So I guess what's the challenge for him to try and now carry that over here now to the season?
Yeah, I thought it was a big confidence builder for James. I think that, like guys that now have a little success like that, he's got to understand he's not going to average 24 a game in the SEC, and not 24 for us. Nobody in the league really does. But, you just got to channel it. We've talked a lot about, for everybody, about being a really, really good player without the ball. The old analogy of a guy can go 2 for 11 and play 35 minutes, and he missed 9 shots, and his world is crushed. And you ask him how long it took him to take those 9 shots, he'd say about 18 or 20 seconds. So now you've had about 33, 34 minutes without the ball in your hands. How do you affect the game when you're not shooting it? And so I think that's the biggest kind of thing for all players, that James can score it, but he's got to affect the game defensively, the basketball IQ part. But he's put in a lot of great time, and I know he's looking forward to today's practice.
It's kind of big picture roster development. I think this is probably year 3 of the portal era and kind of rebuilding your team every year. How do you feel like you and your staff have gotten better at that, gotten better at kind of learning on the fly and having a new team every year?
Yeah, I think this is that still how important returning players are. How important it was for us to get Robert Allen back healthy that we had, just his spirit in the gym, it really helped us. So really, managing official visits, the number of official visits, how many 24s do you visit when you think you may have so many in the portal in April and May? I think we're all still trying to get a great grasp of that. The NBA draft could have a play on our team and other teams, in the spring. So I still think you have to have a blend, but I know one thing: you still need really good high school players, and And I think we have this in this class. Hopefully we're adding another really good class for 23. So we're still learning. But I do like the blend now of kind of the 6'4" and then the transfers that we have.
What do you hope to get or expectations out of Jamin this second year?
Yeah, I mean, Jamin's conditioning, his body, his ability to defend is really, really improved. I think Jamin, obviously as a stretch forward, really needs to be able to shoot the ball from three well, something he works on quite a bit. I just see his leadership. I hear his voice so much better than we did last year. He's been unbelievable in our locker room. And so I think all the toughness things that need to go into it, I think he's really improved. So, I think he's another guy that's really looking forward to today's practice. And like everything, you compete within your team. You compete against the opponents. But, obviously we've been in competition. So there's some great competition at all the spots.
Coach, you mentioned his name, Robert Allen. What can you tell us about the progress he's made since coming back from that scary injury? What's kind of his participation status, I guess, in practice?
Yeah, he's kind of defied all odds. A guy that kind of injury, sometimes it's a year over, and the way his knee looked after about 2 or 3 months. I mean, Robert and I had a ton of long, deep conversations about basketball and him and his love for the game and all that. And gosh, it's unbelievable what he's done. I mean, he's cleared for contact. He's been in contact for a week. He hadn't been in contact in the full court today. This week he'll start integrating into that. But he's been live in half-court contact. And today, I don't know if it's today or maybe next couple of days, he'll get more than the full court, maybe not every rep. But it's been unbelievable, kind of what he's done from a rehab standpoint and the energy level. He's already kind of brought our team in the first week back.
Were there some times that you didn't think it was going to get there?
We had Robert something, we had some unbelievable conversations after about 2 or 3 months. You work, and you get to that point, He looks at his knee, and it doesn't look great, and so we sat down, and I said, Robert, this is what we're fixing to do. We're fixing to put the ball in your hands for 30 minutes every day. We're fixing to get a smile back on your face. Basketball will do that. And so he did. I said, we just started just standing dribbling. I mean, just really in a spot. Just talking, dribbling. Then he got to where he could do standing, shooting. And I think it did. It brought kind of joy in basketball back. And, he's such a big part of our team. And so it's tough on all those guys that go through it, especially something that was one of the most significant knee injuries that you could have. And to see what he's doing right now, it really is, Neil. It's phenomenal in kind of his work ethic and how he approached it.
You talked about the depth on the overseas trip. I know it's really early, but do you have a number in your head of how deep you want the rotation to be this year?
At middle, we probably had our deepest team. I played 10 and 11, and the guys that really deserve to play. I could see us playing 10 guys, I really do. I think that's I'm obviously in the SEC, and you go through it with nicks and bruises, foul trouble, different things like that, especially our non-conference schedule. So I don't know. We'll find out more, and probably won't know until maybe end of November. But I really do think I can see our team playing 9, 10, maybe even 11 guys.
What's Matt's next step? You had kind of a breakout at times last year. You've been around this a long time to see a guy that can take that next leap and become an elite player?
No doubt. Matt can, and he's doing it now. Neil, I just think that, he's an elite shooter. We've seen it. As good an athlete as his position as anybody in college basketball. I think rebounding is the next step. But can he go back and rebound? Can he really go be one of the elite defenders in our league? He started driving the ball and getting to the foul line better. So I'd say really rebounding at a high level, being able to really drive it. Without Deshaun, he's played a ton of point for us on the trip and even in September in our workouts. I think that's really helped him. I think it's helped him a bunch from playmaking. So, yeah, I just don't see any reason why, Neil, he can't be one of the very best guards in our league.
I asked Matt, but I'm also curious to hear your answer to this. What kind of identity are you trying to establish for this 2022 team?
Yep. I think it's got to start with, effort, toughness, defending, shot blocking, protecting the rim, rebounding. Like I said, it'll be the fastest paced team that we've had. I thought our first team's pace was good, with those three guards, as good as those guys were all together. But I do think you will see a team that's going to pitch it ahead, hopefully be athletic in transition, get easy baskets in transition, whether you're on the road or at home. I mean, as you start playing against really good teams, the games get more and more half court because teams do a better job taking care of the ball and getting their defense set. So I think that you'll see the most athletic, the deepest team, and hopefully a hard-playing group that will compete on a national level in our league every night.
How much pressure is kind of on this team this year to improve, and how much pressure are you feeling in that aspect?
Oh, zero. It's, we're going day to day with our team. It's been such an unbelievable group to coach every day. I just think that in our league, it doesn't matter what sport you coach, the competition is outstanding. Coaches, recruiting has been unbelievable in the league. So we've got a lot of great opportunities. And, we, like I said, just the term forward rebels and next play, that's exactly what we're trying to do. Did I think our team, I've talked about it a bunch last year, did I think our team could have been NCAA tournament team healthy? You bet, but it is what it is. So we're looking forward to it, got a good group, and can't wait to get started officially.
Anything else for Coach?
All right. Thanks, guys. Appreciate y'all coming. Thank you.